What happens when the lowest ranked national teams in the world play a full World Cup? A World Cup normally brings together the strongest teams on the planet. Clear favorites, clear underdogs, clear expectations. But this experiment starts at the opposite end of the spectrum. In this video, the World Cup is played only by the 48 lowest ranked national teams according to the FIFA World Ranking. Not as a joke, not as a meme, but as a serious data-driven tournament simulation. The FIFA ranking does a reasonable job at the top. But at the bottom, the margins are small, the data is thin, and true strength is much harder to measure. To test this, I fed my AI millions of real football datasets. Match outcomes are not chosen, they are calculated. The tournament is simulated thousands of times to generate probabilities. Then the World Cup is played once, and the results tell a very different story. On paper, everything is set up. The rankings define the structure. The model defines the probabilities. Now the tournament begins. And this is where theory meets reality. Before the first match was played, every group already had a clear hierarchy. A favorite, the supposed second strongest team, a team that might have a chance if the tournament goes well, and the clear underdog, all according to the FIFA World Rankings. Looking at the results through that lens changes the picture completely. In 7 of the 12 groups, the highest ranked team according to the FIFA ranking finished inside the top 2. That means the strongest team on paper usually survived the group stage. But survival did not mean dominance. In only 5 groups did the highest ranked team actually finish first. The second highest ranked teams were just as reliable. In 6 groups, they also finished inside the top 2. In several cases, they even won the group. But the most striking pattern appeared further down the ranking. In 7 out of 12 groups, the lowest ranked team according to FIFA advanced to the knockout stage. Most times as runner-up, and in one group even as the winner. The round of 32 confirms one thing almost immediately. At this stage, nothing comes easily. Very few matches are decided by dominance. Most are decided by control, patience, and small margins. Several teams advance without needing to impress. Bangladesh edge past Cuba. Barbados eliminate Laos in a narrow contest. Cambodia, Chad, Grenada, and the United States Virgin Islands all advance with minimal separation. But the deeper the tournament goes, the more endurance is tested. Extra time becomes unavoidable. Papua New Guinea needed to overcome Andorra. São Tomé and Príncipe break Somalia late. St. Lucia survive Cook Islands after prolonged pressure. Penalties are part of the story too. American Samoa and San Marino cannot be separated. Sri Lanka and Macau face the same fate. In both cases, nerves decide the outcome. There are moments of clarity. Bermuda and Guam stand out with open, high-scoring performances. But they are exceptions. At this stage, no team wins easily. Matches are decided by discipline, endurance, and who makes fewer mistakes. The round of 16 raises the stakes. By now, patterns have formed. Some teams know exactly who they are. Others are pushed to their limits. Bangladesh face one of their toughest tests so far. St. Vincent and the Grenadines stay compact, wait for their moment, and take it. One goal is enough to eliminate one of the group stage's most consistent sides. The Turks and Caicos Islands continue their quiet run. Against Barbados, discipline and timing are enough. No spectacle, just efficiency. Papua New Guinea bring control back into the game. Against San Marino, they dictate the tempo, score twice, and advance without conceding. Cambodia and Bermuda produce one of the most balanced matches of the round. Cambodia are simply more precise when it matters. One mistake decides the contest. Chad and the United States Virgin Islands cannot be separated. After 120 minutes, penalties decided. Chad hold their nerve and move on. Myanmar continue to grow into the tournament. They overpower St. Lucia and deliver one of their most convincing performances so far. Sri Lanka and São Tomé and Príncipe stay locked for long stretches. Small details decided. Sri Lanka find the edge and survive another close encounter. Grenada make the clearest statement of the round. Against Guam, they overwhelm their opponent, score 5, and leave no doubt. 8 teams remain. From the quarterfinals onward, the structure of the tournament becomes even clearer. Matches slow down, risks are reduced, mistakes become decisive. St. Vincent and the Grenadines face the Turks and Caicos Islands in a match with very few open phases. Both teams prioritize defensive shape. One goal separates them. St. Vincent manage the remainder of the game and progress. Papua New Guinea and Cambodia remain evenly matched across 90 minutes. Neither side creates sustained pressure. Extra time does not change the balance. The decision comes from the penalty spot. Papua New Guinea advance. Chad against Myanmar produces the highest goal volume of the round. Defensive stability is inconsistent on both sides. Even after extra time, the match remains unresolved. Penalties determine the outcome. Chad move on. Sri Lanka attempt to limit space. Grenada maintain possession and wait for a clear opening. One goal proves sufficient. Grenada qualify for the semifinals. 4 teams remain. The semifinals remove almost all variation. St. Vincent and the Grenadines meet Papua New Guinea. Both teams are defensively organized. Neither side commits additional numbers forward. Regular time ends without a goal. Extra time does not alter the structure of the match. Penalties decide the finalist. Papua New Guinea progress. The second semi-final is resolved earlier. Chad attempt to disrupt the rhythm. Grenada retain control and limit transitions. 2 goals settle the match. Grenada reach the final. The third place match follows a different dynamic. St. Vincent and the Grenadines approach the game with fewer constraints. Chad are unable to reproduce their earlier intensity. 2 goals decide the match. St. Vincent and the Grenadines finish third. The final brings together 2 contrasting paths through the tournament. Papua New Guinea progressed through repeated narrow decisions. Grenada advanced through controlled performances. The match itself reflects that contrast. Neither team allows sustained pressure. Possession phases remain short. Clear chances are limited. Regular time ends without a goal. Extra time changes nothing. The tournament is decided by penalties. Papua New Guinea convert when required. Grenada do not. Papua New Guinea win the tournament. Not through dominance, but through survival. This was not a joke tournament. At the bottom of the FIFA World Ranking, there are dozens of national teams whose real level is almost impossible to measure. Teams that rarely play each other. Teams compared across continents, conditions, and completely different football realities. The ranking may reflect relative strength at the top, but down here it begins to break, and when those teams finally meet, the numbers stop explaining everything. If you want to see what happens when recognition is removed entirely, watch my non-FIFA World Cup simulation. There are more World Cup experiments coming soon. This is only the beginning of my World Cup series.